Can you can reach Edelgard? Just send us. Send us home.
No way.
Send us home easily.
I will destroy both the kingdom and the alliance. Now, with one fell swoop.
Felix's Twitter profile picture is Madara. I believe it. Absolutely. Felix hits giant monster with Thoron and it lives. What will you do about the second Thoron? And just blows him away.
I lost. Just as expected, you aren't making my path an easy one.
Well, other than killing, like... Oh,
I
wait.
must retreat for now. We'll meet again on the battlefield.
How dare you interrupt me, first of all. Second of all, other than killing, like, 3 characters, I feel like this entire fight effectively accomplished nothing. Because all of the important people just get away.
Oh,
It's weird that this isn't in the... They could have easily put this in the Black Eagles path, I feel like. I don't remember it that well, but, like... Well, maybe not because, like, Dimitri isn't, like, on the run in the Black Eagles path. Like, the kingdom is still up and going. But they could have come up with some stupid reason to be like, oh, for some reason they all wanted to take Gronder Field, and now they're all battling on it to hold this strategic position. Because, like, you, in the Black Eagles path, you go from the Empire to the Alliance first, right? Because I remember killing Claude first. So, like, this goes towards the Alliance. So you could be like, oh, we gotta take this space to, like, mount an attack on the Alliance or whatever. And then, like, Dimitri shows up like, I'm gonna try and stop you or whatever. And you could have done this in the Black Eagles, and then that would have been 19 chapters, so it wouldn't be as short.
Yeah, I think they just kind of moved some of the story stuff around because, like, in all of the other, like, 3 routes, it's, like, at least in terms of what happens to Edelgard and, like, Black Eagles, I'm pretty sure the result is basically the same, with different variations, whereas like the specific Crimson Flower one that you talk about is like, I think they just changed around everything else, so maybe for some reason they just didn't feel like this fit in as much.
Very strange.
But I do think you do this one on maybe all of the other 3 routes.
Very strange.
Even in an ugly battle like this, it's important not to lose heart. We have to take pride in our victory. We did it, Teach. Now we can move forward to our victory.
I want your Wyvern. How is Byleth the MVP? He, like, killed Sylvain and 2 horse dudes, and that's all he did.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, how is it not Hilda?
Hilda! Hilda! Did you see all that ashes and dust she did?
She did so much.
So, Edelgard retreated. I suppose she lives to be defeated another day.
Yeah, it's fine.
I suppose a win is a win, regardless of the circumstance. Some of our allies are injured, but can still fight. We'll just have to accept this outcome and press onward. Still, the battlefield looks awful. And I wonder what became of the Kingdom Army. And Dimitri.
I saw him.
Who? Dimitri?
He was completely different from how I remember him. He looked like a crazed demon while he was fighting. He pursued Edelgard as she retreated, but he didn't get far before he collapsed.
You saw him collapse? I hope you, like, threw a tomahawk into the back of his head when he did. Like, why would you just let him get away? He's clearly a threat.
I saw him surrounded by Imperial troops and pierced by their spears. I'll never forget it. He deserved a better end.
Oh, so Dimitri is dead now? Like, off screen? They killed him in this route?
Yeah, seems like it.
Oh, okay.
Dimitri. He went through so much to make it here, only for his efforts to be in vain.
I can't even begin to understand what Dimitri must have been feeling, but there must have been some other way. Why did he have to go like that?
And his vassal, Dedu. And did he fall as well?
I don't know.
Your Highness, your ambitions are my own now. I will bring you Edelgard's head. I swear it!
that was a nice cut into Dedu right there. That was just so weird to me.
Claude, may I have a moment of your time?
What happened to Dedu? I don't know. I will murder you all! And just immediately Dedu comes in.
Professor, Claude, may I have a moment of your time?
Lysithea, what are you doing up this late? Trouble sleeping?
Yeah, we all have nights like that.
Anyone would be shaken after such a brutal battle. If you're having trouble sleeping, you should drink some warm milk. That's a thing, right?
Must you treat me like a child, simply because I'm awake a bit later than usual? Actually, I can hardly muster any indignation right now. I wanted to tell you that I noticed something odd during that battle.
What was it?
There were some strange mages among the ranks of the Imperial Army. Did you notice them?
The ones wearing masks.
That's right. I have seen people dressed just like that before. It was a long time ago. House Ardelia was involved in a rebellion that took place within the Empire 18 years ago. After it was quelled, all of the key officials were caught and put to death. The Empire sent replacements, who they used to take control of House Ardelia. Among the people sent by the Empire were mages dressed in black, just like those we saw in battle.
If they're Imperial mages, it makes sense that they would wear the same clothing, right?
Yes, but the mages from back then and today, I do not believe they are from the Adrestian Empire.
Are they kingdom mages?
No. I got the impression that they were from somewhere else. Somewhere completely separate from Fódlan. There's more. Those mages imprisoned the children from my house and performed horrible rituals on them. Blood experiments.
Lysithea, you can't mean... even you?
Yes. All of the others were deemed failures. They all died. And even I... It doesn't matter. The point is that those monsters possess dreadful knowledge and power. I just thought you should know the sort of people who have allied with the Empire.
Blood experiments. Does that remind you of anything, Teach?
The incident with the Flame Emperor.
Exactly. There was that secret group who abducted Flame and extracted her blood 5 years ago. The people involved back then were Tomas and Monica. Well, I suppose their true names were Solon and Kranya. So, that eerie group has been slithering behind the scenes in the Empire for a while now.
You could even say that they were slithering in the dark.
Lysithea, thank you for sharing all of that with us. One day we will uncover the truth of who those people really are.
They really, didn't give Solon's group a name, did they? They're just always called those who slither in the dark or whatever.
That is their name, I think, which is awful.
We've managed to invade Empire territory and emerge victorious in our first battle.
They really couldn't just, look up a Latin word for, slither or something and just be like, yep, that's the name of the group right there. Latin word for slither.
It's not.
I hope to maintain our momentum and push onward to Enbar, the Imperial capital.
What a grouping of high-level people in the Alliance. Ignatz, the hero Judith, Claude, the leader of the thing, and then random knight number 74.
Unfortunately, we are not legendary heroes in a fairy tale. Our stamina has limits. The longer we fight, the harder the fight will become. It will take immense effort to secure the supplies and soldiers we need to prevail.
Boy, you better not be saying this is as far as we go.
Of course not. However, the road ahead leads deep into enemy territory. It'll be a difficult journey, strewn with hardship. I can't guarantee that we'll make it out alive. If anyone wants to leave, now is the time to do it.
I shall accompany you to the very end. After all, someone must step up to take leadership should you fall.
I'm coming. The future of my village depends on this. Besides, I have to protect the professor. For Captain Gerald.
I'm not going anywhere. Because of the Empire, my little sis can't live in peace.
We can't leave the future of Fódlan to others. I'm sure that everyone here feels the same.
The Knights of Seros are prepared to keep fighting the Empire until we rescue Lady Rhea.
So, what? We're all supposed to take turns saying we'll do our best until the very end?
Dude, I love Hilda.
And what about you, Marianne? What will you do? I'll fight too. Fine. Fine. I suppose I'll tag along too, until the bitter end.
It's an honor to keep fighting alongside such stalwart allies. Right, Teach?
I'd expect nothing less from my students who all still have not graduated.
Hey now, when you put it that way, it almost sounds like you're just praising yourself.
I might have been.
All right. Now that I know where each of you stands, I'm going to return to Alliance territory for a while. I intend to report this victory to the Alliance Lords and draw out even more support from them. Our next battle will be even more challenging, so brace yourselves for that.
Is this the game telling me I'm... Oh.
I should write to my brother. He'll want to hear about our victory.
Is this the game telling me that Claude's, like, gonna be out for a battle or something?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Your brother, Lord Holst? How is he these days?
Oh, he's doing great. I even got a letter from him before the last battle. He wanted to come and join our fight, too.
What's this? Lord Holst come here? That would be a most reassuring development.
Sadly, it sounds like my father was against the idea. They want him to stay in case they need to fight the Almirans.
Their logic is sound, though it is vexing that the Alliance's greatest general cannot join us on the front lines.
We should be glad that Holst is staying behind. Almira aside, there's also no guarantee that the Imperial forces won't try to launch a surprise attack from the Old Kingdom territory.
If you have something you need to talk to my brother about, I'd be happy to send a letter.
No, that's okay. I'm just glad to hear he's doing well. Please send him my regards.
Alright, well, that was... Is Hilda's brother ever actually gonna, like, come up other than being mentioned? Like, they do it so often.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Heartstring Moon. The Golden Scheme. Claude leverages his victory at the Battle of Gronder to secure reinforcements from Alliance Lords. Meanwhile, the Imperial Army continues to tighten its defenses at Fort Merceus in anticipation of an attack on the Imperial capital.
Short hops. Short hops.
Yep. Give him that exercise.
Absolutely. Gotta work out those glutes. Oh my goodness. So many days.
It is a lot.
Our objective is Enbar, the Imperial capital. But our greatest obstacle lies before that.
And what's that?
Fort Merceus. If we can't pass through, we won't be able to reach Enbar.
Fort Merceus. The impregnable fortress, or so it's called.
If I recall correctly, it's sometimes referred to as the Stubborn Old General.
It is a massive fortress that was constructed to protect the Imperial capital.
The Imperial army we defeated has withdrawn to Enbar. Fort Merceus should be short on soldiers for now.
We should attack quickly then.
Yes, it would be good to finish up here before more enemy reinforcements arrive. The only real question is what our fearless leader intends to do.
Sorry for the delay, everyone. Those mewling lords kept me from leaving for quite some time.
So, were you able to secure additional reinforcements?
It's gonna have to wait until next month. It doesn't look like they can afford to keep supporting us at present.
Then what should we do about Fort Merceus? Do you plan on waiting around?
No. If we wait until next month, the enemy will have bolstered their defenses. That said, the prevailing theory is that you need triple your enemy's forces to take a fortress with a frontal assault.
Right. That's what we were taught at the academy. And this is Fort Merceus we're talking about. It's renowned for its strong defenses.
So we're gonna take it with 1/3 of the enemy forces that they have.
Our current army isn't nearly strong enough. What to do?
Let's go ask the turtle for help. He is the immovable, right? The immovable versus the impregnable? I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, perfect.
Whatever you do, just don't ask us to scale those huge walls. We'd end up dead when they hurl rocks down at us.
Yeah, no thanks. If only someone would open up the gates for us from the inside.
Unfortunately, we don't have any spies in there. Wait a minute. I've got it. We sneak in, stir up confusion, and open the gates ourselves to let our allies in.
Right, that's what I was saying all along.
Hilda, you genius.
Right, nice one, Hilda. but how do you propose we go about sneaking in?
Yeah, you can either have triple the enemy forces to beat an opposing fortress, or one butter shield Felix.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, disguises? If we dress up like Imperial soldiers, maybe they'll think we're allies and let us in.
Do you really think they'd just open the gates for us? I'd be pretty dumbfounded if that worked.
It might work. Let's send Raphael and Lorenz to test it out. They're expendable.
No, she's on to something. It's a good idea, Hilda. We just need to refine it a bit, and we'll be in there before we know it.
Really? Go me!
What is your definition of refining the idea? I know your go-to strategy is nausea-inducing poison, but...
Oh, I maybe ate too much. My stomach hurts.
Man, it has been a hot minute of dialogue before Raphael mentioned eating in some fashion, hasn't it been?
Uh-huh.
Raphael, why are you eating meat during a war council?
So, fearless leader, I'm guessing you're going to keep the crucial parts of your scheme under wraps until the time comes, aren't you?
You know me so well, Judith. Whether we like it or not, this war puts a damper on all of our spirits. What's wrong with trying to have a little fun every now and again? Just leave the details to me.
Alright, yeah, whatever. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Oh, brawling tournament. Oh, no.
What do we do? Actually, you know what? We probably still...
Felix will still win it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
But also, we're going to get silver gauntlets from it.
Yeah, nobody can use them.
Sublime, Creator Sword, Repair. Thank you. And then Fail Not is fine for now. I think, was it Luin that was almost broken?
Yeah, Luin definitely needs it.
Freykugel is down to 7, but also the Axe of Ukan Samvakaka is at 30, so.
Yeah, you got that one.
Yeah, that's fine. Spear of Assault is at max. Yeah, Luin's at 2. I think that's all we needed to do.
Killer bow for Ignatz. Good shot. I forgot about that.
Buy a killer bow for Ignatz. Also sell any, whatchamacallit
sell all the broken stuff.
Oh yeah, sell the broken stuff, and then also, wanted to look at the possibility of if we had any bullions from that last time we did the thing.
Possible.
We did that thing that we rewarded us with a lot of money, right? It's probably got some friggin' bullions around here somewhere. Levin Sword? Who uses Levin Swords? A Lampo Shield? A shield that offers divine protection for steeds. Nullifies extra effectiveness against cavalry units. This is 0 weight, 3 protection? Isn't that just a free, like, 3 protection?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Should put that on Leonie, I guess. I don't think she has any, like, equip thing on.
Oh, probably not. Yeah, that's actually not a terrible idea.
You say that like I ever have terrible ideas. You can stop there.
If I had an example, I would have went for it, but...
Sword of Begata. Oh, we have some silver sword, or a silver sword plus, and then a steel sword plus can do something with. Yeah, I want 1 gold for all of these, please. Thank you.
Something about just seeing, like, the red X's of things I'm never going to use just, like, bugs me. Like, when I personally do the inventory, like, I always just sell them just so I don't see them anymore.
Yeah, that's very fair.